Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Curious if the AI extension is actually going to work in those two tight corners. It might not. I've not tested this. It's going to be interesting to find out. I mean, the fact that we've got such an overlap with the wheels on this thing suggests to me that it may not work very well. It may just drive straight into the bank, but I can always manually do that first pass, and then the rest of it he should be able to do without any trouble. So we can get you. I'm going to start it up in this corner over here. That's the best one to start off in, I think. And run you. No, he should actually. He should be able to do this. There's no reason he can't. So we'll just go like that. AI vehicle extension. It's overlapped just right on there. And it's far enough out from the wall as well that he will be able to run in through and do that bit. There's no serious uneven ground here anywhere. So he's going to go through there. The only issue we're going to have is going up against the wall right there. Boom. Like that. So he's come away from there. He's reversing out. Is he going to have the wherewithal to turn around that corner or not? Is it going to be able to cope with the complexities of getting around these corners? It's going up against the corner. It is bumping the tractor and everything, but he's stuck right there. Blocked by an object. So all I've done is I've pressed H again. I haven't done anything different whatsoever. And now we got you going up against the wall over here. You really don't like that, do you? Right, let's bring you back out from there then. And I'll bring you in over here like this. Yeah, I know I'm ripping the wheels to shreds on this. It's not doing it any good whatsoever, but I'm happy with that. Okay, so next corner. Are you going to be able to do this? You should now be able to run all the way up through. So I may have gotten a little bit greedy on this little tiny piece right here, just trying to get the last little centimeter of land going into that corner. I will freely admit that greed may have overpowered me slightly and caused me to take off a little bit more than perhaps I should have done, but I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I'm quite happy with what I did. You will go to there, and that one's actually going to fit in there. And he's going to go around the corner, but what he is going to do now is he's going to go up against that. He's going to get through just because of where he sort of wiggled down round is not quite perfect on there. And then you're going to do another turn around. So outside round is looking good on there. Outside round is looking good. Now this is the bit that he struggles with. Helper B has completed their task when you are Helper B over here. So we'll run you back to the yard. I might switch over now. Because the amount of time it takes for the Fiat to get back from the field, I'm thinking that we could just change this over. We got that last little bit of planting to do on that small field before we can start jumping forward with time. And money at the moment is still draining fairly rapidly, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to change over our forage wagon for this harvest. Not unless I can pull a miracle from somewhere. We got two options as I see it. We could sell, we could sell a few machines. I don't think we'd be able to get enough money for it though. I think we could sell as much as we want and we're still not going to be able to get the right money for it. We've got a weight over there that we could sell. We've got two cultivators we could potentially sell. Although we're going to end up wanting those once we get round to sunflowers again. So it seems a bit daft going and selling those right now. And don't want to sell that fertilizer spinner. The other fertilizer spinner is just on loan at the moment. You can unhitch there. Yeah, we don't have the money available to go and get the next machine that I want to get. So we're going to just stop you here a minute. Let's go and jump over to... You're nearly done, so I'll run you up to the other field in a minute. I'll do that manually. And you did get round. You did that beautifully. If you just back up over to here, just prove that you can do that bit as well. He's out a little bit too far on there. I'm hoping that the next time round the field he will back up just far enough to take that out as well. I think he does. I think he does actually read that, and so it will do it right. So we're not going to have to worry about it at all. And then you go over to there, and yeah, okay. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. You've completed your task down here. Now, of course, we do have the little tiny dots to deal with in the field, although, yeah, there. There's a little tiny strip up there, and there's 2 dots here. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to get these 2 dots that I can see right here. I'm going to pick those out right now. So there's 1 dot there. Take that one out, and then there's 1 more dot there. Take that one out. And now I'll run up to the next field. So the question is, do I keep this one on loan? That's what do I keep this particular line, this spreader? Do I keep that one on lease? It's very cheap. I wouldn't have to be paying very much money for it, and it would be the only machine that I'm leasing at the moment. I don't, like I've said all along, I don't want to be leasing. I'd rather not lease anything. That's sort of, I know that the whole leasing thing is a new thing, and it's not bad. You know, going for some of these new, we're doing all the new crops, where we're doing the landscaping, and we're sort of playing the FS13 map with the FS19 really cool updates. However, personally, I would prefer not to use every, like, it's the leasing thing. I like leasing. I have actually done, I did the beginning of FS17, I think it was. Yeah, it was, because that was Goldcrest Valley, wasn't it? I did the first series there. I tried to lease everything. Now, leasing tractors ends up being too expensive. Like, if you try to lease your entire farm's worth of machinery, it does end up being a bit too expensive. You end up not being able to make it work. The amount of money that this lime is costing us is ridiculous. But it's working. So long as it's working, I don't really care. We'll let it keep working. We'll let it keep doing what it's doing. We are going to go into negative equity. We are not going to be able to afford a new forage wagon. So I'm very tempted with our next harvest to just say, you know what, we won't worry about picking up the straw, because it's going to take ages to go round and pick up all the straw with the forage wagon that we own. It's bad enough with a faster one, and I'm not sure if I want to. I might leave it as straw on the ground, and we'll pick up some while we're doing the harvest. We'll run around and we'll do it like that. The downside at the moment is that I've only got Fiats to go on the trailers. You're going to say that you can't do anything now, aren't you? Yeah, I knew you would. Right. Start you again from there, then. If I want to be picking up straw while the harvest is underway, I'm going to need the Fendt on the forage wagon, which means that these Fiats over here aren't going to be able to do anything. Although the Fiat could, this Fiat could run that one over there. That one doesn't need a, so I want to have a look in here. Garage. And I want to go back through to our machinery. You right there, you only require 60 horsepower, so the Fiat can run that one. And the Fiat's got a fast enough field speed to do it. It's only going from the field back to the yard in order to sell. That's where it starts to slow down a bit. There's no start about it. That slows down to sort of painful slow. But again, it's not all bad, is it? We'll again, it's another we will wait and see. Now, I'm getting a bit fed up with waiting for this one to do its thing. So, It's working great and all, but having to wait for it to figure itself as it goes round the corners is taking too long. So if we can just manually help that out a little bit. I need to do maybe 2 more passes along that end, and then we can just have the standard hired help working from one end of the field to the other here. And that should just finish this piece off. There's only this bit of seeding that we've got left to do. So let's take the standard hired help. I'll run you down here. And there's not enough room at the moment to turn on this headland. So we need to, whether we have 1 or 2 passes down here. I don't know how many passes it's going to take, to be honest. I'll manually do 2 passes down this end. It's not using up the seed all that quickly. Not from our machine here. So we're not sort of losing out on anything there. And I'll do that again. I'm just going to reverse back across the field, and we'll do exactly the same thing again. And then I can set the standard hired help running up and down the field here. And I'm hoping that is going to be enough to allow us to be able to do a full turn down here. So let's start you again. And run you up through there. Like that. Minus 1,250. This is why you only have, like, having the hired help buy the seed and the fertilizer is definitely an expensive option, right? It's not a cheap option having your hired help do the buying of all the seed and that direct, but it does save time. Definitely saves time. Certainly. Ooh, wait. Stop. Made a mistake there. All right, I want to go like that. I want to go like that, and there. Right. Drop in like that, and away you go. Right. Hopefully there's enough room to turn around at that end. That's the bit that I'm more concerned with. This end is fine. Yeah, with the hired help, even though it does cost a lot more to have it doing that, it's still, I believe, absolutely 100% worth it because of the amount of time that you save for the running backwards and forwards. I mean, yeah, we could go and get like a seed tender or something like that, but honestly, I'd rather not. Now, that was a big loop that it drove out round up there. Is it going to be able to... It should be able to do it still because it's quite good at shunting. The hired help is quite good at being able to reverse, shunt round, and then reverse back. So it should still be able to do the turn here without getting caught up on the wall. It's very good at doing it. It runs the wheel in pretty tight to the wall while it's doing that turn. And it actually does a remarkably good job of that. I'm impressed. Genuinely impressed with that. So that means that this field here can be planted. And we've got a brand new field in here. We've got nothing else that we need to worry about. So we'll leave you go. You're doing just fine. And you have got your final pass up across here. So now, of course, my big question would be, do I keep the lime spreader with the lime on lease? How much is it per day? I'll have a look in a minute. And then we've got something that we can put lime on these other fields when we get to those other fields. Right? They're not going to be there and ready to go immediately, but they will be there and they will be ready to go. So leased item right here. Doesn't tell me. Not in there. So I want to go to you. No, I want to go to you. And I want to go to fertilizer technology. And it's that one there that I've got with no extra options. 841. Per operating hour is 346. Per day is 165. So we have to pay $165 per day in order to keep this machine in our fleet. I'd say that was worth it. I'd say that was a price worth paying. So that is a price I'm going to pay for this one. I'm going to run that along there. And we're going to just take out the last little bits of these triangles up through there like that. There is a couple of tiny spots left on this right down the other end of the field. Those, I'm going to leave them It's actually not even a couple, it's one tiny spot. And I'm going to ignore that tiny spot. Maybe we'll get that one when we get the long fields opposite this one. All the way down over there. In the meantime, though, I'm going to run down to this field down the bottom. And there's a little strip on this field that I'm going to put a bit of lime on. So that's lime taken care of. We haven't done the ploughing requirement. And I'm thinking that we may do the ploughing requirement next. After we've done this crop. Get the combines in that field right there. And we'll try and get in there as quickly as we possibly can with our forage wagon as well. And clear the straw off of that field. And then once we've done that, we get the plough going in. Even if we don't plough the whole field, even if I just like do some of it for now, and slowly remove that ploughing requirement over time, just in between doing the other jobs that we need to do on the farm. So I'm going to do a little bit there, and a little bit there like that. Is that all of it? It is all of it. There's one little spot that's left over there. So we'll run down here. I got the other tractor's still working. Right? The other tractor is still busy. So we can't fast forward time. I can't do anything else for the minute anyway. So we'll just gently cruise all the way up through here. We will find that one little spot there. That spot, yeah, like I said, I'll leave that until I've done this. I'm thinking that we've got a nice bit of land there that we'll be able to get on this one and make this one quite a bit bigger. And we'll take it up to the edge of the road. I'm not, obviously I can't eliminate the road on there, and I went too far. It's directly under me here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I see it right there. Look. Do that. I think that's it. I think that's it. Let me go forward a bit more. Nope, that's not it. There's the spot. There's the spot right there. There. Now I got it. Now I got it. I just seen it change color. Yes, it's gone. Okay, so we've got that bit. I got 37% left in this spreader. I'm gonna keep it. I am gonna keep it. We're gonna put this one away in the shed. We've got one more job that we need to do on this particular round of harvest and planting and everything else, and that is put one more lot of fertilizer on the fields. Don't know if I can put fertilizer on the field after putting lime on the field. I have been told that you can do it with herbicides. You can go herbicide and then you can go and put more fertilizer on. I don't know if it works with lime. So I'm about to find out. I'm going to find out right now, and we'll see if we can do this. If we can't, we can't. We just have to wait till we can fast forward time a little bit, and then we can go and do it with that one. Just bring you back and get you hooked in. I don't think we've done too bad so far. We've done a full cycle of crops now, and that's put us now up to the point where we are... We've got a decent bit of machinery, we've got 2 combines, we've got extra land, we've got that bit down there has been ploughed up, so we've got some more extra land there. We've got some decent drill upgrades as well, so there's quite a number of different things that we've got, and we can do our second round of fertilizer this early on, which is fantastic. That's going to cost us even more money, so I hope we don't need to actually go and buy anything anytime soon, because that's not going to happen. We got nothing that we can go and buy now. Purchasing anything is now off the menu until such time as we can sell some crops. We're going to be looking at around about 1,400 for wheat. That's what we're going to want for wheat. Corn price 1,459. It's only just started to go down, and after we slept the whole night, we were on 1,487 for that. It's now 1,459. So it's only... Whoa! Central grain elevator 1,546, even higher. Good gravy. I didn't realize it could get that high. I have to make a note of that. What number is that? 1,546. Central grain elevator. I went and sold all like a fool for $60 per 1,000 litres cheaper than that. Still, that's fine. I'm quite happy with what we got. I am quite happy at 1,546. That is quite remarkable. We got 3,152 there for soybeans. It's this one over here that we're looking at. 1,300 there at the restaurant. That's a good price. 1404 is the highest that we've yet seen for wheat. So if it holds that for another 24 hours, then that's excellent. That's good news. Although I suspect that we'll be making use of either the port or the central grain elevator for selling our wheat. We'll have to wait and see. A couple of prices have gone up a little bit above our highest price that we've seen. None of them over here. See, none of those at all. Apart from sugar beet. 481 is a new high. We had seen 448 previously on sugar beet. These crops over here, we've gone up a little bit higher on the corn at 1546. The previous high that I'd seen for soybeans was 2935. We've now got 3152 over here, so we can get above 3000. But if we're saying we'll go 315 below that, I mean, I could say 350 below that. We say 2,800 and above. So we do want to hold out for quite a remarkably high price on the soybeans. The rest of them haven't really changed. Really got any changes. Oh, the oats, I think. Yeah, 2146. That's $100 higher than I've seen it previously on the oats. So we've got some good prices in there. There is some good stuff in there. Helper H has completed their task. That will be fertilizer finished up there. You have just about finished your task as well. There is a theory among some of you viewers that there is a hidden tree stump under here, and that's why he's stopping at this point. And you're probably right. I'll bring you over here. Like that. It does actually work if he's on the field, so there may be a tree stump underneath where the track used to be, or something like that. There's something there that ain't quite right, though. So, don't know what that is. Haven't got a clue. The other one is now finished. I'm going to do a little bit there and a little bit there. We're going to run up here. We're going to put fertilizer in this field up the top, and at the same time, I can start fast-forwarding time. We can start getting things through a little. Let's actually start that right now, like that. This one here, I'm going to... You know what? I'm not going to do anything other than just bring you into that end and start that like that. You can start working up across this field. Down here, I've got you have now finished everything. That's all planted. We've got a brand new field down here that is all done and dusted. Can't put fertilizer on that one until we get our first growth stage come through. So we've got to wait on that little bit, but that won't take too long. I'm going to bring you over to here because I want to quickly go back up to this one. And I want to do a run along the bottom so that we don't have all the bits where the trees cause it to struggle to turn round. So I want to bring you to about there, something like that. Back you around the corner, like that. Start you again. Off you go. Excellent. Right, that's gone right out to the edge over that side. And I want to take it up to that corner, and then I'll do the same again, and then the middle bit will only take a minute or two just to like finish off. I got to keep a close eye on the time on here, because if I do get this wrong, right, you'll come out there like that. Hired help should be fine working up and down the field. Actually, I don't need to worry. I just want to stop it when it gets to the first growth stage, so that I can take the fertilizer spinner down to the bottom field. Down to this one down here. Because that one's got to have a growth stage before we can go and plant anything in it. Now, can I fit these 2 seed drills in here with that weight in the way? I could go and sell that one. It's there available for another tractor if we want it. Or I could just get rid of it right now. These drills are not the easiest to maneuver, especially in a tight, confined space like this. But I did it. So I'll dump you there like that. And there's our first stage. I'm going to bring you back over here, and I'm going to park you back into the shed. Like that. I'm going to shut you off, and then I'm going to go back up to this one up here. I can no longer see where he's going, but I'm hoping that he knows where he's going, roughly. He should do. He's going to go up, he's going to go back, and he's going to go up again, and then he's going to be finished. And we've just got that bit to do down over there. So I'm going to just sit and wait for this one to finish this out. We'll slow things down now. Just wait for it to finish out this little bit here, and then we can drive it down and do that, and then it's on round to another harvest. Well, as some of you, if not most of you know, it's been a little while since I did any recording, so it's also been a little while since I was on the game and don't quite remember what I was doing. I think I was in the middle of doing this fertilizer spreading, which kind of makes sense because the field was almost done. I've got the bit down there by the barn, and I'm not really sure if I can go and give that one another coat right now or not, so that's what I'm going to go and check now. We've just finished this field here, so we'll drive out of this one and we will head on down to the bottom field down there and just take a quick little look and see if we can put any fertilizer on that field. If we can, we'll put a little sprinkle onto there, and then that's it, really. There isn't a lot else that we can do at the moment. We do have minus $5,900 reduce there in the corner. I suppose, really, we ought to have that on euros, didn't we? Seeing as we are in euro territory right here. So let's go into the, that one, is it? I don't remember now. It is this one. It's this one right here. There, dollar dues, euro dues. That's the one that we want. Save game. I don't know why I'm saving the game. I don't really need to do that. I need to click on there. And it's doing that thing again. It used to do that on my last computer, where it sort of freezes up a little bit, just as you click from one screen to the other. And I think it's to do with the mods. I don't know if there's a particular mod that causes it to do that, or if it's just the quantity of mods that I've got on here. But it does seem to do it. When I click out of that screen, none of the others in the menu, it's just that one. It's that one right there, the computer options. Not the gameplay options, but the computer options. If I go onto that screen and then come out of it, whether I press escape again and come out of it, or if I do it any other way, it just doesn't seem to want to work. Right, now. Oh, yes I can. Right. Okay, we'll run round and put a quick coat of fertilizer onto this field as well, and then that's it. We will have done everything that we need to do. We just need to start fast-forwarding time, and we should... I don't think we're going to be able to do our harvest tomorrow. I think we're going to have to wait one more day, and then we're going to be able to do our harvest. But because we've already got all the fertilizer spread on the field that we're going to need, we don't actually need to do anything tomorrow other than just kind of wait for time to go by. I did say before, like ages and ages ago, I do remember saying before I took my long break. Now, I will talk about that briefly in a minute, but yeah, I was talking about whether or not I should get some renewable energies on the farm. And the general consensus seemed to be, if I remember from the comments, was basically do what I want. That is, like most people have been saying from the beginning, don't worry too much about asking people's opinions and things like that. Just kind of do what I want and make it play out the way that I want it. So I'm probably going to do just that. I'm thinking, is it under, I think it's under miscellaneous right here. And we scroll through, there should be some renew, there we go. We got like the solar panels and stuff like that. Now they are a little bit pricey to put down, but I mean, you put that one down, you get $820 an hour. I think we've relived enough glory days just for a moment. We're going to take a breather. We're going to have a little bite to eat. And then we can get back to it, nice and refreshed, and relive a few more glory days. There should be some names coming up right now that you can have a look at. It's names of people who are in the Great Book of Names, people who have supported this channel, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.